So play with Clyde, win the league, player of the year, go down south, win the league, get promotion, player of the year. Football's really easy, honestly.
It's easy, isn't it? Did you play with Stevie Clarke at Chelsea?
Yeah, so Stevie came down about a year and a half, 2 years later.
Right.
And Stevie and I had an absolutely brilliant relationship.
You'd have played in front of him, wouldn't you? Obviously, he would be the right back, and you were.
Yeah, it's funny now because it's one of my favourite things in modern football is kind of having a laugh at sort of modern kind of use of language. So using the jargon. When people talk about, oh, he's underlapping now, and I'm going, yeah. Clarkey and I worked on that. We did it all the time.
Yeah.
Clarkey was fantastic at that. Clarkey. The thing about Stevie Clarke, apart from being a superb player, I thought he got a rough time in Scotland. Yeah. I remember back, it was a game against the Dutch we were playing, and I was on bench that day, and I came on for the last few minutes, but Clarkey was out on his own, and he was marking Ruud Hullet, but Big Ruud was having one of them days, But nobody came out to mark Clarkey. And as I remember, I don't know if my memory's playing tricks, I don't think Clarkey got another game after that. And I felt it was really unfair. Ruud could do that to anybody.
Yeah.
When he was at his best, because he was the best in the world for a while. But the other thing is, see, you having that sort of player, see your white guy, get in front of him, help him. So that's what I do sometimes. Clarkey would help me, I would help him. But what a player. And probably, he's not underrated by us now, right, as a manager. We don't underrate him. But he was massively underrated for years, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Player is exactly the same. He'd play right back, left back, centre midfield. Brilliant in them all. Absolutely superb in them all. But because he was, understated and calm and not selling himself, he was so taken for granted. See, when I picked my best 11 that I played for. He is always in it. Absolutely 100% always in it. And it's not because he's my mate. It's because he's a damn good player. He was an unbelievably good player. So, I sound quite animated when I'm talking about him, because even though you look at the lists of great Chelsea players of who played the most games, he's right up there.
Yeah.
In history. I don't mean Premier League. I mean in history. And he went through, if you look at who he started playing and who was playing by the time he finished with Chelsea, he went through the whole change. So, top guy, top player. And he was brilliant to work with. There was a wee period at Chelsea where it looked like both him and I would get signed. Celtic were interested in buying both us at the same time, and both us at the time, that was our team. And it would have been a very interesting thing, because it was a wee while afterwards, but it would have been a crossover. You'd have had Boyd and Collins on one side maybe, and myself and Clark on the other, which would have been all right, I think
where was that then? Kind of mid-80s? So you're talking 85, round about then?
Yeah, that and a wee bit later. So it might be a bit of crossover with those two teams, because the Hart was Paul McStay was in midfield, etc. Then later, JC, John Collins. So it was crossover periods where some of them wouldn't have met, but it was kind of another life. It could have went a different direction, and it nearly did. I mean, Celtic came in for me 4 times in my career, all the way through my career.